Good morning. Good morning. How are we feeling today? I wanted to get you guys early because mindset is everything and mindfulness is everything. You need to be mindful of everything when you wake up, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're focused on. Everything that you are doing when you wake up is going to become your day. So the first and the most important thing is think about something that you're grateful for when you wake up. Just think about that, because if you wake up feeling negative, it's pretty much from how you were thinking and how you were feeling before you went to sleep, and that came into the next day. And you may not realize that everything that you think about is going to come with you into the next day every single night that before you go to sleep. It's very, very powerful. How you think, how you feel is super powerful, and that's going to create your life, meaning that's going to create your next day. And then how you're thinking and feeling is going to create the next day and the next day and the next day. So how we do this is we be mindful. We become mindful of how we're thinking and how we're feeling on a daily basis. Now, I talked about gratitude yesterday. Gratitude is so important. You have to be grateful for everything, everyone and everything in your life. If you are not grateful, and you take things for granted, you will go through a lot of experiences to really make you realize that your happiness is not outside of you, and you can just lose things like that. So be grateful for everything and everyone in your life right when you wake up. However you're feeling right now, feel it. Don't ignore it. Don't neglect those feelings. Don't avoid them either, but don't judge them. If you're feeling a certain way, it's completely understandable. So much is happening in the world right now, and you're probably focused on it. You know, COVID, everybody was focused on COVID, and then now this happens and everyone's focused on that. It's very, very negative to focus on, and you don't want to continue to match those low vibrations. If you wake up really positive, you're in a really good mood, you're really happy, you've set your intentions for the day, you have talked very positive, you've worked on yourself in the morning, and you're not focused on anything that's negative, the minute you get on your phone and you scroll through social media and you go through the news feed, you're going to start reading everything on there. And because words vibrate, and if they're positive words, they usually vibrate really high, and if they're negative words, that's low. So whatever you read, you're gonna match that same vibration. Okay, so you want to be very, very mindful of what you're doing every morning. The morning mindset is all about you. It really is. It's all about you. It's not about anybody else. It's always about what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're focused on, and really your patterns and your routine on a daily basis. You know, how you're eating, you know, the way you take a shower, how you get dressed, how you're picking out your clothes. It's so fascinating to me that not many people realize that how you're picking out your clothes, you're picking out your wardrobe, like you're picking out your mood. So you need to decide what you want your mood to be today. What do you want your mood to be like? How do you want to feel? How we feel is everything, and it will become our life, because we live our life emotionally. We don't realize that we live our life emotionally. We just think that everything outside of us continually makes us feel a certain way. But no, it's really because we already feel that way inside. And we need those experiences outside of us to bring up those emotions, or else we wouldn't even realize we had those emotions. And it goes back to so deep to where, you know, generations, everything that you were as a child in your environment, those experiences became you over and over again. And now those past experiences, you're reliving those and recreating those for yourself by how you're feeling inside. So everything that's happening outside of you is just really a reflection of your inner world. It's a reflection of how you feel for yourself. And if you become aware of that and you become mindful of yourself, because self-discovery is so amazing when you realize your true self and you realize that all those emotions, past experiences, trauma, memory was never yours to begin with, and you can just release it and let go of it and say goodbye to it forever. But be grateful for those experiences. Be grateful for your past, because if you continually look at your past as a negative thing, you're going to feel that way all the time. And then how you're feeling is going to become the dominant feeling, which is what you're used to. You're used to feeling so bad, you know, bad feelings, feeling bad about life, feeling bad about yourself, feeling bad about, you know, the house you live in, and feeling bad about, you know, everything in your life that you do. So you're going to attract more experiences to make you feel that way. So how do you want, that's what I'm going to ask you today. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel today? Because however you want to feel, I want you to make that your dominant feeling. When you make that your dominant feeling, you will continually feel like that more and more. No, it's not easy at first because you're so used to feeling bad. And because you're feeling so bad, you attract everything outside of you to make you feel even worse, the same feeling that you're already feeling inside. So what you want to make sure to do is concentrate on how you're feeling. Focus on how you're feeling, because if you're focused on your surroundings, if you're focused on your environment 24/7, you're not going to realize that you already feel that way inside emotionally. It's just from the past, because our brain is really it's just past. That's what it is. It's like an artifact of the past. We don't realize that our body is the subconscious mind. Okay, and I've talked about the subconscious mind. I'm always going to bring it up in these videos because it's very important for you to be aware of. But your subconscious mind is your body. Okay, and you are only 5% conscious, and the rest is below the surface in the body, and that's 95% of your life. So your life is 95% of your subconscious, and your subconscious is past. Okay, past patterns, past routines, past emotions, past experiences, past memory, past trauma, past identities, everything that was ever recorded in your life in your childhood, pretty much up to 7, but actually they talk about it so differently. I read that people say it's up to 7 years, but it says that up to 12 to 13 years old, that's when your subconscious is actually completely programmed. And then you're running off of those emotions, experiences, memory, trauma, and how you're feeling inside, and that identity. And we aren't aware that we are ran by our subconscious mind all the time. So when we wake up in the morning, we instantly feel a certain way, but we don't even realize that we're thinking a certain way from our past, that it creates that negative feeling, and that becomes an emotion. And then that is going to attract the rest of your day, and you don't realize that all these experiences coming in is because you're feeling that way already. So if we learn how to feel good on a daily basis, meaning you wake up and you are aware of how you're thinking and how you're feeling, you just don't even entertain those thoughts, and then learn how to feel good for yourself. Turn these thoughts into something you're grateful for. Redirect those thoughts into something you're grateful for. You have so many blessings, and there's so many miracles that are all around you, but you're so blind by the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is just ruling and running your life, and you don't even realize that there's so much going on behind the curtain 24/7, and your body is doing so much work, overtime work, from your past 24/7. How you felt in your past doesn't matter what you went through. If you felt a certain way in your past, you were around your parents, you witnessed something, you took on their patterns, their thought patterns, you took on their emotions, you took on past experiences, you took on how they were feeling inside. Every single day when you were around them, how you reacted was because that's how they reacted around you and to you, and you learned from that. And we cannot help that. We are unaware, which means we're not responsible for our childhood. We are not aware of anything that we are becoming in our environment. We're becoming everything in our environment, and that is recorded to the subconscious mind. And we don't realize that as we get older and we're an adult, that is our life. And you may think that you need all this stuff outside of you to change your life, but really it's everything within you that you've ever needed. You don't need all that stuff. You know, I used to think I needed all this stuff. I used to think I needed all these pills and this and this and this. And it was okay then. It was okay then because that was all I was aware of. That's all I knew. That was my old belief system. Well, this new belief system believes in me, and I believe in myself 24/7, which makes me believe in others. And I love myself, makes me love everybody around me, feeling no hate, no anger, no fear, no anxiety, no depression, no health conditions, nothing. And whenever this energy comes through, whenever these energies come through, because there's so much energies, there's positive energies, there's negative energies, but I will tell you that Energy is energy. When energy stops moving, it becomes old and stagnant, which makes it negative, which means when you hold on to emotions, which is energy, by the way, and a thought and a feeling creates an emotion, it creates a memory, it creates an experience. So when you hold on to that, it becomes old and stagnant. And then guess what happens to your body? It creates illnesses, diseases, you get sick. You pretty much get sick because you're holding on to so much energy. So what we can do to change all of this, what we can do to turn it all around is by waking up on a daily basis, being grateful for everything that we have. You know, the one thing that I try to spread the most and push the most is we are continually waking up to a past version of ourselves. Okay, this past version of us is unhealthy because they think they're unhealthy. They are unsuccessful because they think they don't deserve abundance, or prosperity or anything like that. And this past version is an identity from a past you. And when we wake up on a daily basis, when we think that way and feel that way, it takes us back to the past. And then we remember the familiar self, and that becomes us. That becomes our identity. And then we do all the same stuff that we used to do in the past, but we don't realize it because here we are in the present moment. But we don't realize we're not actually in the present moment because we're not thinking in the present moment, we're not feeling in the present moment, and we're continually living from a past reality from the familiar self. So the gratitude is one thing that's going to change your life. The mindset of gratitude. You have to have an attitude of gratitude every single day you wake up. Now, every single day you're going to wake up, you are going to remember the familiar self. You're going to worry, you're going to fear, you're going to complain, you're going to notice things you don't have and think about what you don't want, and you're going to focus on everything that you don't want in your life because you don't even realize you're doing that. I just want you to become aware that you're doing that. That's the first step. Just become aware that you're doing it. When you become aware that you are thinking a negative way and feeling a negative way, you can become aware of that and just decide like, okay, here comes a negative thought. No, I don't want to become that, but thank you for your opinion. And then here comes the pot. Ooh, I want to feel that way. That feels really good. Because in order to create a feeling, you have to have a thought. The thought creates the feeling. So if you get a negative thought and you entertain it and you grab onto that, you're like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm going to become that. You're going to feel like crap because you're entertaining that negative thought, and that's creating the negative feeling. And then that's becoming emotion. And then you're going to continually feel that way for the rest of the day because you're going to attract everything you need to continue to feel that way all day long. What you can do is when the negative thought comes, be like, this isn't me. I know this isn't me. No, I don't have to be that today. Okay, thank you. And then you'll notice that when you realize you're not the thought and you can just be a witness to them, you get to decide on what thought you want to be every single day. And then when you become aware of that, you'll notice that you won't feel as bad because the negative thought is no longer there and you don't have to entertain it anymore. You don't have to become that mind movie that you have your whole life. Now, what gets really fun is creating new experiences. And creating new experiences is just creating new emotions. And creating a new emotion is just thinking of something you're grateful for. Look around you. What are you grateful for? Because I swear that has changed my entire life. I look at something I'm grateful for. If I have a negative thought, that just means I'm on a low frequency, okay? A low frequency is I'm vibing low, I'm having negative thought patterns, because when you're on a low frequency, you're going to have all the negative thoughts going around all around you, going around the world. You're going to have those negative thoughts. You think that you're them, so it's going to become you over and over again. They are not you. Your thoughts are not you, so it means they do not have to become you over and over. Your emotions aren't you, so you don't have to continually become that emotion over and over. You are the captain of your own ship. You get to say, what do I want to be this thought? Do I want to be this thought? No, I don't want to be. That doesn't feel good. I don't want to be that. Positive. Ooh, that feels good. I want that one. And you just grab onto it and then you feel good. Now, thinking of something you're grateful for and then feeling feeling that, feeling the love and the gratitude for what you already have and you've already created is going to create new emotions. It's going to create new experiences. And when you create these new experiences, that will become your dominant feeling, because we all want to feel good about ourselves. We all want to feel good about our lives because we are so blessed, unbelievable, not even beyond measure. We're blessed beyond measure. We are a miracle. Today is a miracle. Blessings all around you. You should be grateful for that. But we are so blind from the subconscious mind 24/7 all day long. Now, what you can do if you really want to rewire, really want to rewire and reprogram, because as of right now, if you're going through lots of health conditions, you're confused, you don't know to believe this or what to believe, this or this or this, you don't know what's good or bad. But let me tell you something before I continue. Nothing is good and nothing is bad, because what you believe to be good will always be good, and what you believe to be bad will always be bad for you. So what you believe to be will always become you. So technically there is no good, there is no bad. It's what you believe to be. So if you believe something's good, it's always going to be good. If you believe something's bad, it's always going to be bad. And that's what you're going to create for you on a daily basis. Same thing with a lot of people talk about what's right or what's wrong. Okay, well, if you think something's wrong, it's always going to be wrong to you. If you think something's right, it's always going to be right for you. So really, you just need to be the awareness of you. Be aware of you, because what you're deciding to believe in is going to become you over and over and over again. So it's so much fun to do this, but you can create so many new experiences for you. You can visualize how you want your day to be. When you wake up, be in the mindset of you. Be in the mindset of the awareness of you. You want to be a witness to your life, because that's what you are. But as of right now, you are not a witness to your life. You are actually in this mind movie that you created for yourself with your imagination a long time ago, and it's just replaying over and over and over again. And you are so confused right now because that program from your childhood of other people's belief system, other people's opinions, other people's emotions, wounds, past experiences, memory, trauma, and identities, that's been your program for so long. So when you get out of that program, meaning you get out of certain habits and patterns, and you do stuff differently, it's going to be like screws loose all over the place. You're not going to know what you're doing. You're going to feel really confused. You'll be like, who am I? What am I? Who are these people? I don't recognize these people. I'm feeling freaking crazy. Well, batshit crazy is what happens when you do deprogram. That is definitely a part of the process of awakening to your own awareness, expanding to your own consciousness. But I will tell you that when you go through that, you just have to push. You got to push through, because all these things that are happening within you, because you're deprogramming, all these emotions are going to rise to the surface. You want to let them, but be prepared that your experiences outside of you are going to look just like how you're feeling inside. And when you become aware of these experiences reflecting your own inner world, you'll be like, oh, okay, I needed to feel this way. I need to feel it. I need to be grateful for it. I need to sit with it. I need to invite it, welcome it in, and just release it from my body. Instead of judging, reacting, grabbing onto it, entertaining it, and thinking it's you over and over again. These little things, these are little things. They may sound complicated to you. You may not understand them, but you have to understand and be aware that you are on this old belief system from your past, and anything new knowledge, new information, you will not entertain anything new that you didn't already know, because the brain is wired to keep you in the past. It's an artifact. It is a past. It is your past. And what you need to do is get past the past. Make sure that what you need to do is wake up and visualize an amazing day for you. Wake up and practice gratitude every single day. Wake up and raise your own vibration by feeling good about yourself, good about others, and what you already have and what you've created. Visualize new experiences for you. Feel as if you are in the experience. Visualize whatever you want. The problem is, and there is really no problems, there's only solutions. You just think there's problems in your life, so you're creating them because you're visualizing in them. in your head, you're feeling that way because you're on a low vibration, and you're manifesting and creating those into your reality. And what you can do is don't play along anymore. This movie is running over and over and over again. Okay, you are a victim in your own story. You're playing the blame game in your own story, and you are continually creating that in your life because that is what you're creating in your head. You can get past all that. You can learn how to feel good again, which means when you learn how to feel good, you're going to raise your own vibration. You're going to get on a higher frequency. You're going to start having more positive thoughts. I'm not saying that you can stop your thoughts, because you can't stop your thoughts. Thoughts are going to come and go all the time. You just need to be a witness to what thoughts are coming and going, because you're grabbing onto negative thoughts all the time, not realizing those positive thoughts are so amazing. They feel so good. But because you are so used to feeling negative and feeling bad about yourself and your life, you always gravitate towards the negative thoughts, and you grab onto those, you entertain them. You hear something, you're thinking something negative, you're like, okay, that's me. I'm going to become that. And then you feel a certain way because that's a negative thought creates the negative feeling. So then you're going to feel like crap all day long. And then you're going to attract whatever you need and whatever people, whatever experiences you need to make you feel the way you already do. This type of stuff can help you change your own life. I'm not here to change your life. I don't want to change your own life because I can't change anybody's life outside of me. If I think you need to change, I need more work to do. That means I need change from within, and that from within is coming with outside of me. So I don't think any of you need to change. I think all of you just need to just have fun with your life, embrace your life, feel good again, because we deserve to feel good. Our birthright is abundance and prosperity. We have free will here, meaning we get to think how we want, we get to feel how we want, and we get to react to life the way we want. You just need to be aware of how you're thinking, feeling, and what you're saying on a daily basis, because words vibrate as well. And when you say positive words, they're vibrating really high. But when you say negative words, they're vibrating really low. So the words you're speaking are going to become you, and that's going to become your vibration. And then how you're vibrating, you're just going to match others' vibration the exact same way that you're vibrating. So you just want to be aware of you. This is not something that you need to go read 1,000 books for. Yes, you want to read, you always want to learn, you always want to learn more about stuff that you didn't even know, because you're so focused and concentrated on your past that you're reading books from the past. You're reading everything from the past. You only want to know stuff that you knew in the past, and you're on an old belief system. And guys, a belief system is just thought patterns. And I already told you, you're not your thoughts. So all these thoughts that you have in your head 24/7 were never yours, and you're taking them from others. It just depends on what frequency you're on. If you're on a high frequency, that is pure love. Pure love. That the highest of the frequency you can get on the emotional scale is love. And then the lowest is fear. Fear and guilt. I will tell you that fear and guilt, when I released and I unmemorized all of that fear, guilt, that's actually when my body started healing the most. I healed to a point where my herniated L5-S1 healed very fast, because I do realize on the emotional scale that I had so much fear and guilt built up inside of me from a past reality. So I had to release it from my body. And if you don't understand what that means, energy is just, your emotions are just energy. It's energy in motion, okay? So what you want to make sure that you do is you don't hold on to your emotions. You just feel what you need to feel and release it. Just like when we get extremely excited, it's so good to feel loved, but that isn't something that is going to be helped stay in our body, because energy that stops moving will become old and stagnant and negative. So you feel really good, and you just let it flow through you. Before I end this video, when you have this morning mindset, this morning mentality that you want to have, is you get to wake up today. Not you have to wake up today. You get to wake up today. You get to go to work today. You get to be with your loved ones today. You get to eat today. You get to drink today. Whatever you're eating or drinking, you just need to feel good about it. You get to do these things. You should be grateful for that. You get to do these things. How my mindset, my mentality used to be was, I have to go to work. I have to deal with my kids. I have to do this. I have to do that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, really? Do I have to live? Why am I here? We instantly dominate that really sad feeling and resentment and guilt and I don't want to live feeling. And that is the worst feeling you can have. That is depression on the emotional scale is the lowest of low. Did you know that where you're feeling fearful, when you're paying attention to something that makes you feel fearful, your immune system is shit. It is shit. It is down low all the time. So you need to bring your vibration up, that emotional scale. You got to get it up. However you can do that, I want you to do things that make you feel good. Don't say anything that makes you feel bad. Don't do anything that makes you feel bad. I'm talking about really feel bad. Now, I will tell you, uncomfortable is completely different. Being uncomfortable is going to change your life. Getting out of your old patterns is going to be uncomfortable. Thinking more positive is going to be more comfortable. Feeling good about yourself is going to make you uncomfortable. And doing things out of your normal routine and the familiar self, whatever you're used to doing, you're going to feel uncomfortable when you do something different. This doesn't mean that you're feeling bad. This is just a very uncomfortable feeling because your brain is actually wired to protect you from the unknown, the unfamiliar, and change. So you don't want to change because all that stuff that you're used to feeling is comfortable for your body. Okay, even though it's making you miserable and sick and unhealthy, it's comfortable for your body. But getting uncomfortable is what's going to make you heal. Getting uncomfortable is what's going to change your life. And getting uncomfortable is going to completely change your awareness on yourself and your life as well. So I hope this helped because the morning mindset is actually your life. Okay, a morning mindset, morning mentality, everything that you do from the time you wake up, when you open your eyes and you breathe, that is going to be your entire day. So you need to look at your life differently. You have to look at yourself differently. You have to be happy about you. You have to be happy about your life. Now, one more thing before I go. I didn't want to make this too long, but there's things that we need to be aware of on a daily basis. And this is going to help you guys with keep going and not give up on yourself, because surrendering to this is the first step. You have to surrender to who you are right now, your past, your present, and your future self. Be okay with that. Accept it and be grateful for all your past experiences, as they did shape you into the version you are today, and you should be so grateful for that. And all the crap you're going through now, your experiences, it's shaping you into the version you're going to be in the future, which you are amazing right now. So just think about how amazing you're going to be in the future. But if you continue to think that you're this horrible person and you feel bad all the time, that is going to be created in your future, because that's the experiences they're having right now, and you're not creating new emotions. You're not creating new experiences. So what you can do is, this helps with the body. So women watching this is going to help, and even men, because I understand that we are all the same and we all think negative about ourselves 24/7. Negative self-talk is the worst thing that is for you, and you're going to create your body that way. And especially when you're talking negative to someone else, you're creating your body that way. So you don't even realize that everything outside of you is merely a reflection of how you feel for yourself. So if you go out and talk nasty to someone, it's talking to you. Those are words coming out of your mouth. It's going to make your vibration super low. You're going to have more negative thoughts. You're going to have more negative feelings. You're creating more negative emotions, and then you're becoming those negative emotions. Stop talking so negatively and start talking more positively. No, it's not about always being positive. You can't just continue to think positive thoughts and change your life. No, you have to be aware of how you're thinking and how you're feeling. So when you go into the bathroom or whatever you do in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do is how you're thinking and what you're complaining about, meaning like what you say you hate about yourself. I want you to redirect, and I want you to change those into, I love this. I love this about myself. I used to talk shit about my hair all the time. I used to talk shit about my body. about my health, all that type of stuff. Everything. I used to just talk so much crap about myself 24/7. So what I did is I was aware of how I was thinking. I was aware of how I was feeling about myself. So then everything I said I hated about myself, I redirected into I love this about myself. I love that about I love this. I love this. I love this. I love that. And it changes your entire body. If you continually complain about your hair, if you continually complain about your body and your skin and your health and anything that has to do with you, you're going to attract more to make you feel that way, which means you're going to create that in your body because your cells are listening to you 24/7. If you didn't know this, your cells are your best friend and you need to make them your best friend. You need to say, I love every cell in my body and my body cells love me. You need to tell yourself, I love you, because when you say, I hate you, and you're saying that secretly all the time, you're telling your body cells that you hate them, and they're going to do stuff to make you feel like you hate your body 24/7. That means you're going to create things in your body that you don't want there because that's how you're feeling about yourself, and those are going to be created every single day. So I'll end that here. You guys just create the most amazing day for you today. It's still morning. You still can visualize. You can always visualize a better day for you. If something went wrong already and you already felt bad in the morning, who cares? Don't judge yourself. You can always create a new feeling. Just remember, what you put out, you're going to get back. Everything you put out, you're going to continue to get it back. You just don't realize that what you're putting out, you're getting back nonstop. And what we can do is become aware of this, become our own awareness. We are the witness to our life. We are the awareness to what's happening to us and all around us. And when you realize you can control how you react and your body and you, but you can't control anything outside of you and your surroundings, you will let go of all the control that you tried to have on everyone else outside of you and your surroundings and your environment. You'll let go of that. You'll no longer worry because you're going to trust and have faith that you are your own creator. How you're thinking and how you're feeling is creating the life for you. What you're believing to be will become you every single day. And when you do this and you become that awareness, like I said, you just need to become aware first. That's the first step. When you become aware that you're thinking that way, don't judge yourself. Don't judge anything about yourself. Nobody outside of you is judging you in this life. You are your only critic, and you are the only one that's judging you, and how you're judging yourself is becoming your life outside of you. So you guys have the most amazing day. Visualize the best day for you. Visualize yourself feeling good about your life. Practice gratitude. Remember when I say about check yourself? Okay, check your thoughts, check your heart, check how you're feeling, check your mood, check how you're reacting and acting, and check your behavior. And when you become aware of that, if you don't like how you're behaving, if you don't feel good thinking the way you are, if you don't feel good feeling the way you are, if you don't feel good talking the way you are and what mood you're in, don't do that. Feel better. Concentrate on something that makes you feel good. Focus on something that makes you feel good, because when we focus on something good, it grows in our life. And when you focus on the good always gets better. You guys have the most amazing day. Love and light.